Has round 2 of the pandemic put a damper on your dating life? Well, today, we gon' fix that. What up, homie? My name's Dave, and I put out new videos every Friday to help you get the girls you want and the lifestyle you dream about. Now, before we get into it, I just checked the stats and realized that only 20% of you guys who watch are actually subscribed. That's crazy. Y'all are watching the videos, but not subscribing. So if that's you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now. It helps me a lot, and make sure that you don't miss another new video. That way you can keep leveling up and crushing it in these different areas of your life. Anyway, I know things have been tough with round 2 of the pandemic setting in. We've had more cases and even more lockdowns than before. That's why today I'm gonna show you how to have a pandemic-proof dating life so you can still go out there and meet new girls every single week, even during the midst of all this craziness. Let's get into it.
Dark in the city, dark in the city. Yeah, but there's a light on the inside, light on the inside. Dark in the city.
I know, bro, it's the easiest excuse in a book. The pandemic is going on, my dating life isn't gonna work, so I'm just gonna stay in all day, watch Netflix, and play video games. This is what like 90% of guys are out there saying, but just because it's harder during the pandemic doesn't mean you can't make it work. My students have figured it out all year, and so can you. Matter of fact, I'd say there's even more opportunity to do so because so many guys are out there sitting on their ass doing nothing that it takes a guy with some balls to step up, have the courage to make something happen. And at the end of the day, winners win, losers lose, and find an excuse why they'll keep losing forever. So yeah, the point is, don't give yourself that out. Keep pushing forward, keep trying to improve your dating life. Then when things eventually are back to normal, hopefully at some point next year, you're gonna be levels way ahead of most other guys who sat in their ass and did nothing.
More than a fling on the weekend, more than a slide in a DM. You got me on the whole, another level. Mama said I should be careful.
Now more than ever, you've got to be ready to capitalize on opportunities to approach girls when you're out and about and on the go. To do this, you want to make sure that you have the approach mentality every single time you leave the house. So whether you're going to the grocery store, the gym, even just walking down a busy sidewalk, you're aware of the opportunities coming at you and ready to make a move. Even if you only approach 1 or 2 girls a day or a few girls a week, these opportunities will start to compound, and you'll start adding more and more girls into your funnel and be able to get more dates. The truth is, women want to be talked to. Like I said, 90% of the guys are pretty much doing nothing when it comes to dating. So these girls out here, they're lonely, bro. Go up, give them something to smile about, and keep working on your game. And again, this is gonna further prepare you to do well with girls as things get back to normal over the next, hopefully 6 months to a year.
I work, stay over dedicate. I work, gotta be the great. I work, all it takes is patience. I work.
As I said in the last video, online dating is obviously a great way to meet girls right now too. But the problem is, most guys have shitty pictures. I addressed that in the last video, so make sure to check that out if you haven't already. And then the other problem is, guys are really bad at text game. But because you have so many more opportunities to do it right now, you should be working on it. Now, an easy way to do this is to look for opportunities to be more playful in the conversation. So to show you this, I'm gonna take an example from one of my students and show you the advice that I gave him. So he's having a Bumble conversation with this girl. She says, "How are you?" She drops in the first message. He replies, "Good, good, how's your weekend?" This is his first mistake. The problem is, this drives things towards a boring conversation of like, "How are you doing?" "Oh, I'm good, how are you?" And it's not a conversation this girl is trying to have. What you need to do is build a habit of being playful and saying interesting shit so she has something to work with. So for example, when she says, "How are you?" Well, he's a painter. So I told him, "Bro, here's what you could have said. I'm good, been painting up a storm all weekend and social distancing like a champ. How are you?" This is something simple, but boom, she already has 2 things to work with. She's got your joke about social distancing and your joke about painting, and that conversation can go somewhere. It also shows her that you know how to be a little self-amused. Let's get to the next part of the conversation. So her next message, "My weekend was okay, procrastinated studying." He replies with, "LOL, what are you studying?" Another wrong move right there. She replies with, "I'm in law school, I have a final tomorrow." Super boring conversation once again. What he missed here is a golden opportunity though. When she says she procrastinated studying, he could have teased her. He could have said something like, oh, you totally stayed up all weekend partying, didn't you? You're such a troublemaker. This is a fun and flirty tease that drives the conversation towards a fun and flirty way versus a super logical conversation when you talk about what she's studying. That conversation ain't gonna get you laid. So those are two real simple examples. He responded to me, he's like, I don't know, bro, I'm not that creative. Like, I can't think of stuff like that off the top. And I said, man, it's simple. It's not about being creative. It's about having a little formula that you can use to make anything more playful. So when you take her studying example, all you gotta do is this. She procrastinated studying. Maybe she was doing something bad instead of studying, like partying. If she's partying, then she's probably a troublemaker, and boom, right there, you have the formula for a fun tease. I had another student in a similar situation where the girl was like, oh, did you go to my high school? And instead of making it playful, he was like, oh, what year did you graduate? He could have said something like, yeah, I sat behind you in math class and cheated off all your tests. And boom, just like that, you go from a logical, boring world to a fun and flirty world, and that completely changes the dynamic of the conversation. So yeah, look for opportunities to create that fun and flirty vibe, and once you do it, be quick to close. Say, hey, you know what, you seem like fun, we should hang out sometime, and then boom, get the number, set the plan, and make it happen. If you can do that, your online dating is gonna be way more successful, and your text game is going to increase tenfold.
The sun is coming up, are you ready to go? We can take a ride, we can take it slow. Your will is my law, I'ma let you be the boss, 'cause
your city might be locked down, but cities, states, or even countries nearby might be a lot more open. So you can consider planning a trip to these places, maybe even like once a month while things are still locked down. For example, there are cities in Mexico where everything is still wide open. Nightlife is packed, sexy girls are walking down the street. You can pretty much do whatever you want. Point is, your city and state government regulations don't have to determine your dating life. So set aside a little money if you can, do some research, and figure out some places that you can go. Even just going on a little trip once or twice a month can rev that dating life up a little bit, give you something to look forward to, and make your month a lot more fun.
All my life I've barely spoken. Your words have been so broken. I've been under your hypnosis. Why did I sip that potion? I'm so done with holy ghosting. My birth, it is an omen. Lay me.
Just because the world has gotten a little bit stagnant during the pandemic doesn't mean you have to. Matter of fact, you should do the opposite, and you should keep trying to level up. This is gonna help you to get quality girls both now and when things get back to normal. So how do you level up? Well, first off, you can practice good habits like going to the gym, taking walks, meditating, taking cold showers. You can also learn a monetizable skill like copywriting or Facebook ads or social media marketing. One interesting, I guess, sort of monthly habit I've developed since the pandemic is tracking my net worth each and every month. By understanding exactly how much money and assets that I have, it's given me even more motivation to stack more cash and level that up. And I've started thinking of new ways to generate income and level up the income sources that I already have. This is something I definitely recommend for you if you haven't tried it as well. But the more you level up, the more of a quality guy you're going to become, and the easier it is gonna be for you to get with a quality girl. Now, bro, if you wanna keep leveling up, both in your communication skills and your money-making ability, there's one skill I recommend pretty much everybody should learn. And I talk about what that is right here in this video. Let's keep it going, let's keep leveling up, and I will see you right there, homie. Peace out.